Hi, you're listening to Book Chat with author Vivian E. Moore.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Hello and welcome to Book Chat. I am your host, author Vivian E. Moore. Hope everyone had a great week, and I hope you're having an even better weekend, especially those of us who are mothers. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so let me go ahead and say Happy Mother's Day, just in case I forget to say it at the end of the show. Happy Mother's Day to every single mother out there, no matter if you are, what your situation is. Happy Mother's Day. All right, from my heart to your heart. So anyway, getting to today's show, because I don't want to keep you for too long, so we're going to get straight to it. The title is It Takes a Village, and the topic is building foundations. I have fond memories of my childhood. Not all memories were great, but those that I do recall, most of them were actually pretty good. Okay, they were pretty good. But anyway, the neighborhood where I grew up was one where everyone knew everybody, and they looked out for each other. If anything happened, or if you did anything out of pocket before you made it home, your parents had all the details, like 911. That, my friends, is called villaging. Okay, this is a word I made up. The definition is it's a built-in family network that supports without being asked, and claims responsibility because they saw your child like their own, and that's a good thing. And we need that. We don't have that anymore. And I don't know when it happened and why it went away, but we hardly know our neighbors now. But anyway, that's a subject for a different day. We're going to stick to the dialogue today and get back to the topic at hand, all right? But imagine if those within our circle of family and friends responded like the neighbors who supported us because they see it as a duty and not like they're doing us as a favor. I just want to touch on that just for a moment because I've had family members, not close family members, when one of my books had published and was out there on demand, and so they messaged me, and they were going to support me, but they asked me, how did I want them to do it? Which book did I want them to buy? I think the appropriate thing to do in that case would have been, just to buy a book. Don't do it because you think you're doing me a favor. Do it because you truly wanted the book, and it shouldn't have mattered whether, what form, whether it was an ebook or paperback or softcover. None of that should have mattered. The only thing that should have mattered was that you were willing to support and, to apply whichever book you wanted in whatever fashion that you wanted it. But, again, those are the people that are not part of the village. Okay, they're not there to support truly. They're doing it because they think of it as they're doing you a favor. Okay, not because they truly care, but they want the world to know, okay, well, I'm doing this simply because, I feel like you need me to do this, and not because I want to do this. All right. So those are the people that you most definitely do not want in your corner. All right. But the ones that you do want in your corner are the ones that are like those neighbors back in the day that were willing to support, to look out for you, like you were one of theirs. Okay. And not because they wanted something or thought that they were doing you a favor. They did it from the kindness of their hearts. All right. So, but think how much more successful you'd be if you had people looking out for your welfare, like within a village system. Best-selling authors, just using them as an example, they are who they are because they are, first of all, impeccable writers, okay? Give credit where it's due. But more importantly, they have a support network, starting with family and friends, okay? You may not see it that way because they are best-selling authors, but those best-selling authors guaranteed had they had a network of people that were willing to support them to help them get to where they are, all right? The trickle-down effect is not just an economic term used as a marketing tool, but also something tangible that starts within the family circle through encouragement, building confidence that leads to a desired goal. Who does not want to be successful? And if it takes family and friends within your circle to help get you there, even better. All right. But, not everyone will have your best interest at heart, like the family member and it wasn't a close family member, just let me say that, okay? I always refer to them as outskirt family members. They're not within that dynamic that you consider close family, but they're on the outskirts of family, okay? That's my term, and I claim that, so that's just how I see it. But anyway, you will know who is and who is not based on how well they root for you, okay? If they go the extra mile by liking and sharing your post across social media, chances are they're in your corner, all right? They are part of the village. If they buy your books and copies for other family, friends, and neighbors, also share comments and write reviews to help build your brand. Those are people that are in the village. Those are people that are in your corner, okay, that are there to help you because from the kindness of their hearts, that's what they want to do because they believe in you. They believe in what you do. And they want to support you in any way that they can. And, that may seem like a small thing to most people, but to someone like me, that is a major thing to have people support you, because they care about what you're doing. They care about your future and the goals that you want to reach. They care. They genuinely care. And so they do whatever they can to help out. All right. Because the village is the first building block of what will become a solid foundation for anyone who have dreams of becoming, whatever it is, all right? Simply because someone invested in their present and future endeavors. That is so important. We see it in a lot of cases where you have successful people who, they just don't boast about their success. That's not what they're about. Yes, they made it, but they actually do something with that success other than just hoarding it and keeping it for themselves. They spread the love around. They share it. Everything does not have to be financial. Some things can be, just great advice, just that support, by any means necessary support. Everything does not have a monetary value because some things are invaluable. But it's the things that we do from the heart that people will always remember. I remember when, so-and-so did that for me. It's just like me in my childhood, growing up in the neighborhood that I grew up in. At that time, everyone in our neighborhood knew everyone, from one end of the street to the next, from our street over to the next street. We knew everyone within that block. Every family knew every family. And, that's a village. We knew when outsiders came into our neighborhood based on that village. You had neighbors who, if you did something or you said something that you shouldn't have said, that they didn't agree with, guarantee your parents were going to get a phone call to let you know, hey, your child is being disrespectful, or your child is doing something that I know goes against the grain of what you're teaching them at home. So those things are important, and they're equally important when you are trying to, build your career. You need that. You need people in your corner that will, not just call to say you did something bad, but also they will call to say you did something good. They will support you, no matter what. They will support you, because that's what a village does. They support each other within that village. And guess what, folks? When you have that support system in that village, it spills outside of that village, and it moves on to the next and to the next and to the next. So that's what we want to do. That is the entire idea of villaging. Okay, it starts within that village and then works its way outside. So we always want to do the positive versus the negative. All right, because it is the small things that mean the most to emerging authors and all creatives. No matter what your talent is, you need that support system that will stand with you, that will help you in any way that they can. I've experienced it within my own career. I've had people that that genuinely love my books, and I don't talk about what I do in my writing career that much. I just put my work out there and let everyone else spread the news. So that is not what this show is about. But then every now and again, I do mention my books, but I mention it today simply because of the support system that I have, within my family who buy my books and share the information. They share the cards that I give them to their coworkers and friends and neighbors. And I appreciate that so much because, again, it's the little things that mean so much. Representation is everything. All right. Whether you realize it or not, every person within your circle plays an active role within the village. So do your part and support in any way you can. Whatever you do is appreciated because it does take a village. All right, folks, that's all I have for today. And again, to all the mothers, I want to wish you a very special Happy Mother's Day. I know that there are a lot of families who are without their mothers this year. I lost my mother, quite a few years ago, but I still miss her every single day, especially Mother's Day, because that was like her birthday was the day we went all out for, because we wanted her to feel special because she was special. And so I want to make you feel special as well, and hope that your Mother's Day is everything that you hope it will be. I hope that it's special, and hope that your children either take you out for a great meal or make you a great meal. My daughter is going all out for me tomorrow, and I appreciate that so very much. I love my daughter so very much, and she makes sure that I feel appreciated and loved as a mother. She's a mother as well, and I try to do the same for her. So I appreciate it even more that she is celebrating me, and then we can celebrate each other too, on that day. But I love it. I love this time of year. I love these special seasons when we get to celebrate mothers. Okay. All right, so that is, again, the show for today. And remember to tell those who you care about the most how you feel about them, because tomorrow is not promised. Today may be the only chance you get to say that. So on that note, I love you. I hope you love me back. Until the next time you hear my voice, God bless you and goodbye.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.